Alright, welcome back guys. If it's your first time here, I'm Vision Hero Boy Entertainment, bringing you guys another video. Today I'm bringing you guys my trailer reaction and review for the new Walking Dead Season 11 Part 2 trailer that dropped yesterday. Now if Walking Dead is something you're interested in, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below, hit that bell icon, and let me see more Walking Dead content from me moving forward. Now let's begin. So, like I said, we got our first official trailer for the second half, or Part 2 of The Walking Dead Season 11. Now, if you have been following my channel or followed me on social media, you would know that I was not a big fan of Part 1 of Season 11. I found it very tedious, very draggy. I wasn't a huge fan of the Reaper's arc, and I feel like it was just like a pause to get to the Commonwealth story. They had stuff regarding the Commonwealth, but it just felt like a very draggy first half. And if I'm being honest, parts of it honestly felt like the extra episodes we got at the end of Season 10. So it really just weighed down, and I just got to a point where I didn't care. Even the trailer for the first part wasn't anything I cared about. I found it very boring. I just wasn't very hyped, and I think part of the reason also might be due to the fact that I know the show's ending this year, this year, so I feel like I just stopped caring, in a sense. The show was just kind of fell flat for me. You had a very lackluster finale for Season 10, in my opinion. The extra episodes were completely and utterly a waste of time, in my opinion. Just all around, just fillery episodes, just to keep, The Walking Dead, aware, people knowing that it's out there. And then you got Season 11 that comes around, and it just, like I said, felt boring and meh. However, we got this trailer, and well, I'm not like, I wasn't like blown away, like, oh my god, this is amazing. It definitely offered up some good hype for for Part 2. I mean, like I said, I'm not like, OMG, I can't wait on the edge of my seat during this trailer, but I definitely think it helped reinvigorate and make me more hyped for The Walking Dead than I was compared to Part 1. So Part 2 definitely looks more promising. We're getting more into Commonwealth story from what we can see. I'm assuming the Reaper's arc will end with episode 9, probably when, like, if not by the end of episode 9, episode 10, I'll be sure it'll be gone, and then we'll move straight into the Commonwealth story arc to finish out the series. So that's where I stand. It was definitely cool. We get to see the Commonwealth soldiers arriving at Alexandria, so that's really cool. We do get to see Pamela Milton in the trailer. We get some cool badass scenes from Mercer in the trailer. But like I said, it's not a whole lot that I'm like blown away on my edge of my seat. And one of the things that I don't like about the trailer as well is the fact that they give away the whole cliffhanger for episode 8. Look, I think the way they ended episode 8 was horrific with the cliffhanger, and then you get to the trailer here, and it ruins everything. It shows everybody that was with Maggie's group still alive. You see Maggie, you see Daryl, you see Negan, you see Gabriel, you see Elijah. All of them survived. So it's like that cliffhanger was just utterly pointless and just annoying. So that's where I just stand. It got really frustrating there. So it just the trailer was decent and good, but there wasn't a whole lot there again for me to be like, oh my god, this is amazing. It gave me enough to where I'm like, yes, I'm good, I'm excited for The Walking Dead, but it wasn't enough for me to be like going crazy about The Walking Dead. Again, this might also be due to the fact that I know the show's ending, so it just kind of feels like, just let's get to the end. I love The Walking Dead. I loved it for the past 10 years, but now we got to a point where it's ending, and I feel like it's not something I care about anymore, which is sad and kind of something I wish didn't happen. I feel like, for me at least, after Rick left in season 9, the show just wasn't the same for me. And I know that had happened to a lot of people, that after Rick left, the show just kind of fell for people, and I think that happened to me with the main show. I think after Rick left, just the whole thing just didn't feel the same. Yes, we got Daryl and Carol, fan favorite characters, and now we got Maggie back, but it just doesn't feel the same as if Rick was here. And I think that they should have brought Rick back for the final season. Honestly, with the Rick movies delayed due to COVID and everything, I honestly feel like they should have just gotten rid of the whole Rick movies and done a whole like 9 episode miniseries during the hiatus for part 2 and part 3 of season 11, and then have the mini series with Rick lead into him returning for the final episodes of episode 17, and he just kind of shows up at the end and we get to bookend the show of him finally returning. I just wish they had done that. I think it would have been the best way to handle Rick rather than him not being here. And I just don't like how, I just am not a fan of how things went. I wasn't a huge fan of the Whisper arc. And I feel like everybody just talks about Angela Kane as being a great showrunner. And to me, like, again, it just could be due to the fact that I don't care anymore after Rick left. But to me, it just feels like more or less of the same. I feel like she just isn't like as amazing as people talk about. I just find her very boring. The whole extra episodes were just trash. Like I said, part 1 of season 11 just felt like filler. So I just am not caring right now for The Walking Dead. I'm excited, I'm gonna watch it, but it's not something where I used to be like, oh my god, I can't wait for next week's episode. So it definitely is just something I just don't care about. Plus, I think the whole thing about them releasing the episodes a week early on AMC Prime or AMC Plus really hurt the show as well for me, because now I pretty much get spoiled a whole week ahead of time, because I'm not paying for AMC Plus. The only thing I'm going to watch on there is Walking Dead, and I ain't paying that much. I'm not paying a monthly subscription just to watch The Walking Dead on there. It's just not worth it, in my opinion. I'd rather just watch it week to week rather than watch it a week early. It just isn't something I care about. But it's lost its magic for me. The Walking Dead was great. It would always be great. But just the past few seasons after Rick left just really drained my interest and excitement for it. Like I said, it definitely looks exciting. Really cool stuff. I will predict this much. Leah's definitely going to die, and I think in episode 9, it looks like I think Maggie's gonna kill her, because in the trailer you hear Daryl yell at Maggie not to, and it looks like they're in the same area where we see Daryl and Leah multiple times in the trailer. So I do think that, they beat Meridian. Leah's the only one left standing. Daryl's trying to convince her, but Maggie pretty much says enough is enough and just executes her on the spot. I think that's something that's gonna happen with Leah. I think that'd kind of be a good way for her character to go out. And I'm still annoyed that we got Pope killed off in the mid-season finale. We have zero clue why he marked Maggie. Their motivations were just stupid. Everything regarding the Reapers was just stupid and fillery. Cavill was ripped off the Claimers and the Negan arc. It was just all around just an annoying story arc, and I'm glad we're finally out of that area and we're finally moving into the Commonwealth story. Again, so excited to meet Pamela Milton, have our group meet her, and have our group go to the Commonwealth, have the Commonwealth show up at Alexandria. I'm really excited to get to that point. I know there are people talking about in the trailer, it looks like they rebuilt Hilltop. I do not believe that they're going to rebuild Hilltop. I think that due to it being the last season, I feel like they're just going to let go of that set. They're not going to rebuild the set just to have it show up in a few episodes. I think they pretty much probably destroyed it just due to the fact that this is the final season. Free up, they can spend money other places rather than trying to keep the area for Hilltop for filming. If they just, get rid of that, they just have Alexandria to worry about, then the Commonwealth. So you really are better off there. So I don't believe that they're going to rebuild Hilltop just for financial reasons and just for filming reasons. It'll work out better. I think the first half of the season when we saw it is probably the only time we're going to see it. Other than that, I think it's gone and done with. I'd be surprised if they did return with it. I mean, they could prove me wrong, and maybe in like the series finale or something, they show it rebuilt or something. At most, I say that will be what happens. I just don't see them rebuilding it to full scale. Just maybe showing it somewhat being rebuilt, or having it just, be rebuilt in the final episode or something like that. I don't know. But overall, like I said, I just am not that excited. I thought this was a good and decent trailer. It definitely got me excited, but I'm nowhere near as excited as I feel like I should be, especially since this is the final season. I just really hope that the third part really lives up to it, and just really gets me excited. But those are my thoughts and opinions about the trailer. Let me know all your thoughts and opinions about the trailer in the comment section down below. So yeah guys, that's my trailer reaction and review for the new Walking Dead Season 11 Part 2 trailer. Now for Walking Dead, if you're interested, don't forget to hit subscribe button down below, hit that bell icon, and miss more Walking Dead content from me moving forward. And go follow me on Instagram and Twitter, which is linked in the best section of my YouTube channel. As always, I'm Vision Hero Boy Entertainment, and I'll see you next time.